Local side, please. What's the emergency?
The police now, please.
Yes. What's your address?
And that's the police.
Right. What's happening?
And that's the police now.
What's your name?
Shane Boxall. I've just had some drunks running my house.
Do you know them?
Can I have the police here, please? Not the eight. I've got an egg drink. Hey!
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you still there?
Emergency patrols are immediately dispatched to the address.
There we go. There was. Yeah.
He's got half a skull who's been hit in the eye.
He's got what?
He's got half a skull, his brain, so he's got no skull, it's just brain.
Oh, we called ambulance.
This lady said he's been punched by
Ambulance.
somebody. They are outside, I don't know which one.
Down to left. Where? What are they wearing?
Whiskey 5-0.
Black.
It's the police calling. We've arrived on scene. This male has been hit in the head. He's got a minor condition where his half his skull has been removed. He's breathing but non-responsive.
Stay where you are, please.
Two dangerous suspects have fled the scene. Officers call for backup.
Garden hopping. They're level with me. They've gone down an alleyway. They're still going. Street, mate.
The suspects have managed to lose officers down alleyways off the street.
Last alleyway came out.
With a dead end at every turn. The suspects are nowhere to be seen.
We're inside this gate. Hey, mate, can you let me through? Just can't. Where's it gone through it? Can I go through? Yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry, mate. Stop there, now! Stay there! Get on the floor, now!
You are now!
I'm not going to get cuffs on here, please.
Get him.
Two suspects have been detained.
Shut up or you'll be going in a van.
And are being taken into custody.
Man, mate, get off now!
What do you mean get off here? Nobody's on yet.
Miss now, man, mate! You better listen, man, mate, better yourself.
Stop spitting in the car.
Listen, look at one, mate. Listen, look at one, I'll spit all of you, that's locked out. Wow!
The ambulance are here now. Whiskey 4-3, ambulance on scene. Sorry, fellas. Just in this first room to the left.
After being brutally attacked in his own home, the victim is in a critical condition. The ambulance team needs to move fast.
Right, watch yourselves. So hold up, I'm the one up front. 15 checks to the side. So we'd set. Ready? 1, 2 for your left. Okay. So you come out, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just in case the worst comes to worst, if it's okay with you guys, am I right just to stay in the...
Come down to hospital with us.
Yeah.
Shane, hey, Shane. Still got a good airway. He's in trouble though.
Really?
He's not well. Shane, can you hear me?
Don't touch me, little rat. Hey. Smash it if you want to. No, team like a dickhead. What about?
You think you're asking the princess?
Sit down. Because you're not doing it, sit down. Wait, listen to me. Take a seat, we'll work out what's happening.
Not now, yeah? No. But I'm going to let you trouble, like, yeah? Yeah?
First thing in the morning, who knows how long you're going to be here?
Oh, Spotty, that little
He's
He's talking about that.
full name, Callum.
Oh, man, you just fucking nothing wrong, pal. Kieran Nightingale, nothing wrong, pal, yeah? Do what you gotta do.
So I'm reading here what the allegation is. The allegation is that
What are you
you punched someone in the head and the victim's got an injury to the skull. Alright, so based on that, authorising your detention.
He's joking, we push with his name.
That's the allegation, so we need to...
Oh, my fucking days, what a
We need to ask you some questions about that. We can't do that whilst you're angry like this. Do you understand?
I just told you.
Alright.
I just told you. There's nothing wrong, mate.
Tell them.
What? You see what I did? Like I'm doing something wrong. There's nothing fucking wrong, you understand? Baldy. Nothing wrong. Why am I so fucking angry?
Answer any of my questions.
What can I tell you? You're nuts, yeah?
Suspect number 1, Kailum Nightingale, is refusing to cooperate. He is taken to a cell to be strip searched. The second suspect is Kailum's twin brother, Kieran Nightingale.
Sorry? Listen, my first name is nothing.
It'll make it harder, mate, to book you in.
You're no fun, right? You're no fun.
We don't know your name.
Right, got people like you taking the piss out of me. You understand? Look, I've got respect for women. You little nugget over there, in your hand, man, knock your head clean up.
Down the rest, please, go.
6:21 this morning.
What's this chap been arrested for, please?
Grievous bodily harm.
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
Exactly.
What's the circumstances? The allegation?
The allegation is the two males have entered the address, punched a male to the head, causing him to fit before leaving in the same entrance, and this male being identified as one of those involved.
Right, what them strip search?
Both suspects have their clothes sent for forensics and now need to be swabbed. The team are expecting some resistance, so officers gather for a briefing.
What we're doing is putting the face down, hands behind back.
Yeah. So, I mean, he might give up when we get there, but you don't know, so.
So, cuff behind his back.
Yeah.
I'll grab blanket and mattress out the way so we're not tripping over.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, happy days.
Right, we're going to sort out this swabs.
Yeah, fucking windy this, man. Whoa. Big man, yeah? Yeah, I've got a breakfast already, pal. Hey, mate, doing this to a disabled person, mate. Check us a pal. Hey, what are you doing, bro? Chill. No, you fucking man.
We're going to take hand swabs from you.
What was that allowed?
Have you come down and explained to you, you said that you were going to fight with us.
Right, okay. Understand? Fucking hell.
All right, let's get you stood up, mate.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Come on.
With both suspects in custody and the vulnerable victim's life hanging in the balance, the countdown is on for CID detectives to build a case against the Nightingale brothers so they can bring charges.
We received a call at 6 o'clock this morning of two males having entered the property, and whilst in there they have punched the victim to the head. Unfortunately, our victim, Shane Boxall, has a pre-existing brain injury which has resulted in part of his skull being removed. The punch has been to this area, which has caused a devastating injury. He is in a critical condition. We are awaiting some results from some scans that he's having. So we now have two suspects in custody, the Nightingale brothers, the twin brothers, Kieran and Kailum. They've been identified by one of the witnesses.
There were 3 witnesses in the house at the time of the assault, but only one has voluntarily come in to give a statement.
So I woke up this morning at about 5 to 6, 10 to 6, and someone was kicking the door. So obviously I jumped out of bed and I thought, what's going on? So as I was kicking the door, they've stopped, they've tried the handle, and they've got in. So as they was in the front door, Shane was in the hallway. They was asking him for drugs and things like that. So he said, look, I haven't got anything, I haven't been paid, I haven't got any money. And we know you've got stuff. Shane went in his bedroom and shut his bedroom door. The one in black, he come, headbutted the door, kicks the door, pushing the door, pulling the door, everything. And then a piece of it broke off the bottom. And as that piece come off, the whole door just like went in. So they were stood on top of him. He was just like that in the wall. And he said, watch my head, watch my head. And I just remember the way he looks at me, it's fucking awful. Both of them at this point, they were stood on top of him saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. Me and this said, he's got half a head, you need to be careful, just leave him alone, just get out, he will kill him, you need to be careful. And he turned around to me and went, I don't care, I'll kill him. Turned around again and punched him in his face. Obviously on the side that is brain injury, I think it's his right side. Punched him in the face. I saw the look on his face before he got punched, he looked so scared, I can't get it out of my head, I really can't. With that straight away, he just started fitting and he started going down and down like that, and these two guys were still on top of him. So I've got myself in between them and I've been like pushing him back like that, saying just leave him, just leave him, just leave him.
Had Shane mentioned any issues with anybody that's happened to anybody previously?
He's the nicest man you will ever meet. He's so dopey, proper dopey. So he's got no enemies. That's just, he's got none.
Do you know any of the males that were involved? Can you name, put in 20 of them?
I've never seen them before.
Never?
No. One was in all black. I'd say he was in his 30s. The other one had a blue Nike t-shirt on. He was the one that was stood there. He was still giving Shane shit, but he didn't have to punch him. It was the one in the black, the full black, that actually punched him, which caused the seizure fits. He was just like game. He was just, I don't care, I'll kill him.
Witness 1 has provided a detailed account of the attack, and police are now classifying her as their significant witness.
She's identified that the male wearing all black is the one responsible for the punch. Based on our inquiries and what the suspect was wearing when he came into custody, we've identified that this is Kailum Nightingale.
The forensics team are attending the crime scene in the hope that they can retrieve enough evidence to help corroborate the first witness's statement.
I believe offenders come inside, our IP's in there. They've kicked at the door and forced entry to the bedroom, causes damage here. And then the assault's actually taken place in that area. Paramedics have had to move the bed and mattresses to be able to do their treatment to the IP.
Slightly different to...
So it does look different to how it was.
That's fine. So I'll just do each and every room here in the corridors. Just the ground floor?
It is just ground floor start.
Yeah.
It's important for us to capture the evidence as quickly as possible. The DNA is incredibly sensitive, hence us dressed like this. The less people who go inside prior to the DNA recovery, the more pure sample we're going to get. Information from the witness is one of our suspects has headbutted the door. So what we're doing now is taking some measurements to show how far up the indentation is to see whether he has actually headbutted it, which our two suspects are different heights, which could aid our investigation, or, as appears more likely, they punched at the door. So the height is important for that respect. Seems areas already been examined by Kelly to get any transferred DNA for any skin cells that have been transferred during the headbutting or punching. Because it's an untreated wooden surface, it doesn't lend itself very well to using fingerprint powders. So we're going to recover the door in its entirety to allow it to go to the chemical lab for any chemical testing and fingerprint enhancement. The door and the rest of the exhibits will go to the exhibit store in the major incident room. And then from there, any forensic submissions that are required will go straight for analysis.
A significant witness claims suspect number 1, Kailum Nightingale, was the man who attacked the victim. So detectives summon him first to the interview room.
Kailum, you arrested this morning for Section 18 grievous bodily harm assault on a male by the name of Shane Boxall. You have caused injury to him, serious, as it stands, life-threatening, life-changing injury by punch. You were arrested with your brother Kieran Nightingale. Have you been present with him at the address where Mr. Boxall has been assaulted?
No comment.
Are you responsible for the assault and injury of Mr. Shane Boxall?
No comment.
Is Kieran?
No comment.
Shane Boxall, I believe, is sort of a male who has some medical issues. Are you aware of his medical issues?
No comment.
Were you aware that he had only half of skull? He's had previous trauma.
No comment.
That he is vulnerable because of that fact.
No comment.
Did you know that when you punched him?
No comment.
Also at the address has been a female who's a witness in the case. She's provided a statement. She says that she was asleep in a room, and then around 5:55 she loud bang coming to the door. She states that Shane Boxall was stood in the hallway and 2 unknown males were asking him for drugs. Were you one of those males asking Shane for drugs, Kailum?
No.
She states that the IP, Mr. Boxall, told the males that he didn't have any, at which point the males have said, "What's the effect? We'll come in and we'll get it." And there was quite a lot of shouting and screaming. Do you recall that at all? Is that you saying those words?
No comment.
He's ran from the hallway into his bedroom and closed the door to barricade himself inside. And this is at the stage where one of the males, described all in black clothing, which I appreciate from your description, you're wearing all black clothing, Kailum. You proceeded to kick and headbutt the bedroom door with an attempt to get in. Even pulled part of the lower door off. Was that your actions?
No comment.
Eventually getting inside the room, shouting and screaming. You're shouting, "I'm going to kill him, I don't care." Suddenly punched Shane to the side of the head, describing that his head went back towards the wall and then immediately slumped to the floor and began fitting. Have you shout, I'm going to kill you, and then immediately punched Shane Boxall?
No comment.
2 males went to leave the property, and this is at the point where there's 2 plainclothes officers who were standing outside. Do you recall seeing them?
No comment.
There was a scuffle between yourselves and 2 plainclothes officers. Is that correct?
No comment.
And then immediately ran and disappeared away from them. Is that correct?
No comment.
The situation with Mr. Boxall isn't good. He's currently in ICU, he's currently in an induced coma, he has life-threatening issues and injuries, and he may not pull through. Is there anything you want to say to me now in relation to that?
No comment.
We've now interviewed Kailum. He's got no commenting in his interview. So we're going to look to progress interviewing Kieran to see what he knows about the incident. If you've got 2 suspects in an investigation, one of them may decide to provide an account to either assist you or to get themselves out of the situation. Having 2 brothers involved, it depends where the loyalty lies, so we're really not quite sure which way this is going to go.
Detectives now summon Kailum's twin brother, Kieran Nightingale, to the interview room. Will he turn on his twin to save himself?
So, you were arrested early hours of this morning for assault on a male by the name of Shane Boxall. Do you have any knowledge of this incident?
No comment.
Were you involved in this incident?
No comment.
So the female at the address has given us an account. She's seen Shane stood in the hallway with 2 unknown males. Was one of them males you?
No comment.
She's gone on to say that one of the males asked for drugs. Had you purchased drugs from that address before?
No comment.
Do you normally purchase drugs from Shane?
No comment.
Is that why you'd attended that address?
No comment.
She's saying that Shane ran from the hallway into his bedroom, shutting his door and trying to barricade it. But one of the males, the male in black, kicked and headbutted the door in order to get in. Was that Kailum who had done that?
No comment.
Was he wearing black clothing last night?
No comment.
Did you headbutt the door?
No comment.
Did you kick at the door?
No comment.
Or did Kailum do it?
No comment.
In a bid to get in, they've pulled part of the door off and thrown it across into another room. Did that happen?
No comment.
They've continued by forcing their way into Shane's room and making various threats. I'm going to kill him, I don't care. Was that your intention, to kill him?
No comment.
Was it you who made that comment, I'm going to kill him?
No comment.
She's saying the male who said, I'm going to kill him, is the same male who's punched Shane to the head. Was it you who punched him?
No comment.
Or was it your brother, Kailum?
No comment.
She's describing the second male, so the male not in black, as not doing much, described him as being more there for backup. Was that you?
No comment.
Or were you the one who punched him?
No comment.
Why was Shane punched?
No comment.
Did he owe you some money?
No comment.
Had he pissed you off?
No comment.
Before I move on, we've got a lot of circumstantial evidence, haven't we, that puts you in that area. So you were arrested, not far from that address. You were out in the early hours of the morning. You've not given us any explanation how or why. You matched the description of 2 of the people at the address, being one of the people involved in the assault of Shane. Not only did you match the description from a witness who saw the assault, but also from 2 officers who saw these 2 males leave. This could very easily turn into a murder investigation. Shane is very poorly in hospital. It's hit and miss at the moment whether he'll survive. If you were there purely in an innocent manner, then now you need to between us. Because it's your brother, assuming it's your brother who's done the assault, is he worth going to prison for?
No comment.
Do you understand the seriousness of what's going on and what's going to happen?
No comment.
How does it make you feel knowing that Shane is very, very poorly and could potentially die?
No comment.
Despite the no-comment interviews, both brothers have been positively identified by the significant witness and plainclothes officers who initially attended the scene. Police now have enough evidence to go to the CPS for a charging decision.
You're getting charged with a GBH.
Both brothers are charged with the same offence and will be remanded in prison to await trial. "24 hours later, there has been a development, and the case is passed to the major crime team.
So we're here to discuss Shane Boxall. Boxall was taken to HRI where he was sedated due to a brain injury, and the scan revealed a bleed on the brain, indicated that there might have been an underlying issue that has burst, causing that to bleed, and he also had a collapsed lung. His brain has continued to fit in hospital whilst under sedation, Then we go into Friday. Friday is stable and attempts are made to take him off sedation. There's some sign of improvement with his hands moving, but he's still ventilated. Then on Saturday, CT scan, pupils are blown. Assessment was he's not likely to recover, and he was pronounced deceased on Saturday, the 27th.
This is now a murder inquiry.
From a prior attack in 2020, he is missing a section of his skull to the right-hand side, where the skull was fractured. Our offender, Kailum Nightingale, he's a 26-year-old male from Hull. He's RIC at the minute for Section 18 GBH. He's recorded to be right-handed. We've got clothing, which I mentioned, it's all black clothing for him as the main offender, which is consistent with our SIG-WIT. His twin brother is our second offender. He's Kieran Nightingale.
What type of twin? Identical or not?
They look very similar, but there's a slight height difference in there.
Yeah, not completely identical, but
Okay.
Very similar.
yeah. One of them's got cleft lip surgery, which is probably the most distinctive.
Sure.
Yeah.
But obviously for DNA-wise,
Yeah.
we need to know that, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Charged with the same offences, and he was wearing blue jeans, navy blue polo shirt, and dark trainers. And what's key to that is that the SIG-WIT says the guy who attacked him was wearing all black, which is killed.
There were 3 witnesses at the address during the attack. Witness 1, the significant witness, known as the SIG-WIT, has given her statement. Witness 2 and Witness 3 spoke to officers at the scene, but now can't be found.
So witness-wise, the priority for today for me is locating these 2 witnesses. Clearly they've been there, they've seen what's gone on to some extent or all of it. And for whatever reason they're not engaging, are they there to score, are they scared about that? Do they know more about it? Is it a setup? We don't know yet. Okay, well thanks everybody. Let's have a good day.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers, boss. You guys, we're after 2 main witnesses, really important people at the scene. The boss has highlighted them as significant witnesses, and we need to track them down.
Whilst officers are dispatched to bring in the missing witnesses, DCI John Cross, who is leading the investigation, calls in DI Lauren Clough and investigation team leader Ian Dobson to review the post-mortem report. Was the cause of death a result of the single punch to the head?
The provisional cause of death is a head injury, no other natural causes, essentially. She's saying that the PM corroborates the witness accounts of traumatic blow to the head. And it's to the right side of the back of the head where the traumatic injury is. And it's the right side where his skull's missing, isn't it?
So it's almost like, if he's gone into that bedroom, burst into that bedroom, kicked it in.
He's like trying to walk away.
Yeah. And it'll be, because if it's there, which the injury's at, it's come like there, and it's one of those like a haymaker.
Kailum's right-handed, according to the custody notes. So if he is doing that, and he's...
It'll be interesting to see what a SIG witness has said. Our victim was he facing him or walking away?
Yeah.
The investigation must now focus entirely on whether this is manslaughter or murder. Did the Nightingale brothers intend to kill Shane Boxall?
She kept saying about how vulnerable he has been because of this big part of his skull missing. So like we said earlier about if we can show that they've had knowledge of that, and he's walking around with half his brain exposed.
Yes.
Massive that.
I think looking at the photo, the injuries, not the injury, like his actual initial head injury is so visible you couldn't not see it.
No. Yeah, it stands out a mile, doesn't it? And we've got our initial SIG-WIT shouting that, haven't we, on the call?
Yeah.
He's got half an head.
That is significant.
And if you know his address and you know that you might be able to get drugs there, you're gonna know that he's got a head injury.
Exactly.
Because you know him well enough.
Yeah.
It just makes those comments more sinister.
There may be a plea for manslaughter, but at the moment it's very much being treated as a murder, joint enterprise murder. We have to prove the intent of the parties when they went to that address, what was going through their mind. And as I say, we look at their behaviours and what they were doing previous to that. Even if only one of them has punched the victim, if the other person was present with them and intended to cause serious harm to that individual, then they're also jointly responsible and culpable for the murder.
Did the Nightingale brothers know that Shane Boxall had a head injury prior to the attack? If so, they could be charged with murder.
Please, now, please.
To strengthen evidence for an expected trial, DI Lauren Clough and DC Shelley Fuller are reviewing enhanced audio of the 999 call.
What's happening?
Can I have the police now? It's not the edge. I've got an injury. I've got it.
So he's obviously saying, I've got a head injury. We know that's a head injury that is in for a certain amount of time.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Our victim was vulnerable and prone to serious injuries. So the fact that the female shouting he's got half a head and warning the offenders that if they do assault him, they're going to cause him serious harm. And we have got that corroborating evidence from the witness that the defendant replies to her with, "I'm not bothered, I'll kill him." That obviously is what's led to us investigating a murder as opposed to what potentially could be a manslaughter.
He's still there? He's still there?
It's quite harrowing, really. I mean, this is the victim himself ringing in the last minutes of his life, and I think it would be very impactful play to a jury in a court as to how scared this person was and the amount of activity and noise. It would have been terrifying, really.
We can clearly hear there's multiple voices in the background. I suppose it's raised the question as to how they all know each other.
What's your name?
Shane Boxall. I've just had some drugs running out.
The victim doesn't seem to know who these people are, and we still have that big gap with no link between them that we need to get to the bottom of.
There were 3 witnesses at the scene. Witness 1 has given a statement. Witnesses 2 and 3 have gone to ground. When questioned at the scene, they claimed not to know the suspects, but the call suggests otherwise.
Are you there?
So again, you can hear someone in the background shouting, "Leave him, leave him."
That's a male voice, isn't it?
And then there's the point where we can hear what we believe is, "What are you doing?"
Detectives believe they can hear the suspect call witness 2 by her first name.
Are you there?
Witness 2 and Witness 3 are both telling us they don't actually know or didn't recognise our defendants. However, our defendant can be heard on that call saying Witness 2's name, which kind of begs the question, well, how can she say that she doesn't recognise him when he clearly recognises her?
Yeah.
So there's multiple questions now that we need to ask.
Yeah.
They're not willing to give us an official statement as to what they've seen or heard.
Yeah.
So how do we get around actually speaking to them? Do we still treat them as witnesses or do we move them into the suspect bracket?
Could witnesses 2 and 3 know more about the attack than they claimed at the time? It's imperative officers find them and establish what they know. With the witness search ongoing, detectives shift their focus to the Nightingale brothers.
My main drive today, which I want the team focusing on, is around the background of our 2 suspects in custody, their propensity for violence. Bad character in a case like this, from a jury's perspective and how we present that case at court, is critical to give anybody that is being presented that case a really clear understanding of what they're looking at. It's not just about the black and white of what took place on the day itself. It's very much about what ran up to that. What is that person's history with the police and crime?
DCI John Cross has received new intel on the Nightingale brothers.
Kailum and Kieran, they're known for violence, in particular in 2016, where they've attacked a drug dealer with baseball bats. So a really nasty attack, really nasty pieces of work.
And when you look at the profile, it's just filled with violence since like the age of 13.
Right.
So this violence isn't a new thing for them.
Yeah. So it's a real good bad character application overall, isn't it?
Detectives have now been able to track the suspect's movements prior to the attack.
Both suspects had a pink wristband on, which we tracked down to Propaganda, which is the nightclub opposite St Stephen's on Ferrens Way. CID went down, spoke to the door staff, reviewed CCTV, showed them photographs of our two suspects. They said, yeah, they were both in here, and they were involved in a scuffle outside about 5 a.m. And bearing in mind they arrived at the scene at 5:47-ish. That times really well from walking from Propaganda to there. So we've got footage inside. So I believe that's Kailum, isn't it? And that's Kieran.
Yeah, they do look similar there, don't they? Kieran has got the cleft lip and a different nose shape. So yeah, you'd smaller on the right.
Yeah.
Is Kailum, yeah.
Yeah.
Kailum was described as wearing black, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Kailum in black.
Yeah.
And Kieran in blue.
Aye. Yeah.
And here is the CCTV footage outside of the club prior to the attack, where you can clearly see Kailum involved in a scuffle. So again, for us, it shows that propensity for violence, and that's just before the attack. We've got two offenders, well known for violence, that are at a pub, at a club prior to it, involved in a scuffle, heavily in drink, and they've gone to this address where they've not just knocked on the door and spoken politely, they've forced entry and ripped the bedroom door off, physically ripped it off, headbutted it, which has been witnessed by the SIGWIT, and gone on to attack him whilst making threats, whilst being aware of, because the SIGWIT is saying it, that the victim's got half an head missing and that they don't care. So we've got a really sustained attack with strong intent. Yeah. Thanks everybody, let's crack on and what are they doing in offences that we investigate relying on us demonstrating a mindset for an intent. And this case in particular is very much about that. When we think about an attack in an address with threats, with an expectation of drugs, what is all that about in their head? What is their intent? I believe I know what their intent is based on what's gone on and the fact that the victim was seriously injured and has now died. So we have to work through that picture of evidence and demonstrate that.
Why did the twins go to Shane Boxall's address after the nightclub? Shane made the 999 call on his own phone. Could it provide a crucial link between him and the brothers?
So we're now en route to the scene, which has already been forensically examined. We're going down there now to meet our search staff, the Pulsar staff. We're trying to find the whereabouts of our victim's phone, which is an iPhone in a case with bank cards. So that's one objective. The other is digital opportunities at the house. So if there's a router, we can do technical stuff with that around phones that have connected to it. And on top of that, the scenario that this revolves around is believed to be about drugs. So are there any drugs at the address that fit in with that hypotheses that based on the evidence that we've got?
An Xbox, but it's not plugged into anything. Is that router plugged in?
Looks like it's got a power cable.
No, it's just not. It's just plugged.
The first thing that strikes me is this is really consistent with the information we've got from our witnesses. The proximity stuff is really overwhelming for me. It's really tight. It must have been incredibly frightening for the victim. He's in his own house, flat. He's trying to protect himself from two aggressive, big blokes under the influence of drink and/or drugs. Very frightening, particularly knowing that he's a vulnerable guy with an existing head injury, which should never be underestimated.
No. And I think always said if he ever got hit there, it would kill him. So
Yeah.
knowing that,
Yeah.
the fear he must have felt
Must have been awful. Yeah. We'll have a quick chat just about, from my perspective, if you've got.
Yep. Race.
Our victim has been in this address with 3 other people on the night. He's made the call himself to police, saying 2 drunks have come into my house. What we're looking for at the minute is that his iPhone in a case with 2 bank cards in it. Equally, there is intelligence about drug dealing, and drug dealing is mentioned by, or drug requests are the threats made that when they come in they want drugs. So it's anything that supports drug activity will be addressed. That's it. Nice one. I'll leave
Any
you to it.
questions, just let me know.
Right. Cheers, guys.
The specialist team continue with the search.
I've got nothing my side. No drawer. Cash, mobile phone. Want to get some bags? Yeah, good find.
There have been no drugs seized at the address, but Shane Boxall's phone has been found. Will it provide a link between him and the suspects? It's sent for analysis. Investigation team leader Ian Dobson receives an update from the lab, and it's bad news.
Shelley,
Yeah.
they are identical.
All right, we had something back from the lab.
Yeah, so their DNA profiling is matched. In other words, DNA will not chuff and distinguish between twin A and twin B.
Wow.
Any forensics we get from the scene is not helping us determining roles plays, are we?
So the witness is going to be key then, isn't she?
When we got DNA profiling, we could say person A is person A and person B is person B. And if we got multiple offenders, and victims, then we can say where the victims may have been in that sort of attack. But in this particular case, we can't distinguish between twin A and twin B.
The statement from witness 1 is the only evidence that identifies who threw the fatal punch. It's now imperative officers get statements from witnesses 2 and 3.
Witness 2 provided an initial account to officers. Attempts have been made since to speak to her, but she's been avoiding speaking to us. We've not been able to get in contact with her. Our second subject, witness 3, has provided an initial account to officers also. He did say that he would give us a statement, but then failed to attend. So we don't have a recorded account of events from either of them. Further circumstances around the night of the incident is that witness 2 arrived at the victim's address by taxi, we believe, about 20 minutes prior to the Nightingales getting there. And when she was spoken to, she said that she didn't recognise either of the offenders that had assaulted our victim. It has since come to light that witness 2 has family members who are closely associated with Kieran and Kailum. So from our perspective, we feel that it's unlikely that witness 2 would not recognise either of the suspects. From the original 999 call to police, from Boxall, you can hear the offenders in the background and they can be heard to say what sounds like, however it's not confirmed, what are you doing? Which further supports the likelihood of witness 2 having knowledge of the Nightingales prior to the incident and may have assisted in the arranging of the attempted robbery. There's also been further information provided from an untested source who stated that the incident was set up by witnesses 2 and 3. Been supplied with a lesser amount of drugs than was agreed. They've contacted our suspects and asked them to come to the address with the intention of robbing the victim and left the front door open for the Nightingales to turn up and seek retribution for that. So now we have 2 witnesses that we're turning into suspects. The plan is tomorrow morning, our 2 witnesses will be arrested for conspiracy to commit robbery. The whole point of this arrest is to get to the truth as to what's happened in relation to this murder.
Detectives are poised to arrest the witnesses as potential suspects. But did these witnesses contact the Nightingale brothers to set up the robbery? Or were they innocent bystanders?
Morning everyone, thanks for coming in early. Obviously today is going to be a really busy day for us all. The offence that we will be arresting for this morning is conspiracy to commit robbery for both, as we now have reasons to believe that they were actually involved in the subsequent murder of Shane Boxall. If you don't get them at the first address, then just try the other addresses that are within the package for your person. Good luck everybody. Right, let's go.
What were the missing witnesses' roles in the attack? Can they shed any light on the motivation? DC Shelley Fuller and PC Eleanor Henriksen are allocated witness 2, the female, who the suspects could be heard calling by name on the 999 call.
Originally, at the start of the investigation, she gave us an account, and then after that, we invited her back into the police station to speak to us, but she's not spoken to us since then. Just keep an eye on the windows. The lights are on and there's a dog.
Yeah, I knew that lives there.
Can you answer the door, please? It's the police.
Not even any sign of anyone.
I think somebody's in. Yeah. I'll say the lights are on, the dog's there, bin's full.
I've not seen them for a couple of days.
You haven't seen them for a couple of days. Thank you. There was a light on and there was a dog there. The neighbours are saying they haven't seen her for a couple of days. But she may be staying at who lives fairly close by, so we're just en route there now to see if she's there. My gut feeling does say they're involved, and it's not just a gut feeling. There is some evidence to suggest that they are, but we still obviously have to prove it, and we're a long way from that. But we do have the reasonable suspicion to arrest them to do those inquiries that we need to.
Like a wardrobe in the middle with just loads of clothes piled up. There's not much in it. It looks like someone's potentially in the process
Moving
of in but out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello, it's the police. Is anybody in? Hello?
With witness 2 nowhere to be found, and the other search team unable to locate witness 3, detectives launch an around-the-clock operation to apprehend them. "72 hours later, the operation is a success. Officers detain both witnesses. They are brought into custody. Witness 2 is first to be interviewed. Can she explain why the Nightingale brothers were at Shane Boxall's address that night? Did she see who threw the punch that killed him?
So you've been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit robbery against Shane Boxall.
So I just start from the beginning of what happened, properly. Now I can speak, now no one's around me, intimidating me.
Yeah, if you wish to tell us what you want to tell us.
Yeah. I can't remember what time I got there, but it was about 20 minutes before we heard a bang on the door. I was laid on the sofa. No word was banging. Obviously Shane, I call him Bocky, but Shane, he was a drug dealer. Kailum and Kieran Nightingale came to the door. And all we heard was, I heard Bocky say straight through, back through the letterbox, enjoy your white. So they've come back 5 minutes later, banging and screaming at the door, saying, I've just gave you £50 and all you gave me is a 20%. If you don't let us in now, I'm going to boot the door down. So I just stayed sat there in the living room. Bocky's coming to me, I said, do you know everyone? I was like, yeah, I do know the voice. I said, do not answer that door. I said, because they will. They sound pissed up, they will let you. So I went, go and answer the door. So I opened the door and Bocky was stood behind me with a bat. They've just come running in. I just come through Bocky's front door. His bedroom's there on the left. So Bocky went running in there even though he had a bat. Then Kailum and Kieran followed him in there. Me and went straight to the living room. But I did shout, Bocky, give him whatever you've got. You've just robbed him. I said, just give him whatever you've got. I said, because it's going to hurt you. I said, it's not worth it. I said, please. I said, I'll just give him his money back. I said, just do something. I said, they're going to hurt you. Because they were saying, I'm going to kill you. If you carry on, I'm going to kill you. And then I walked through from the living room to the bedroom. I was like, watch his fucking head, his head.
Do you see Kailum and Kieran Nightingale
enter Bocky's bedroom?
Did you see Kieran or Kailum assault
No.
Bocky?
No.
So why did, when they gain entry to the bedroom, do you decide not to look then?
Well, I know to keep away when they're in that mood. I know Kieran and I know Kailum, I know when to keep away. I'm not getting myself injured.
Okay. So you didn't see how Bocky came to be injured?
No.
Right. So after Bocky's been assaulted, because we know he's been murdered, we know he's been assaulted and got an injury as a result of this incident.
But everyone knew as soon as he got it in his head he was going to die anyway, and that's what you can hear on the video. Please, stop. His head. Right.
So tell us what you know about that, his head then, and everyone knew you said.
Everyone knows about his head.
Right.
Tell us about it.
Well, you can see it. You could see it, couldn't you? As soon as he got it in his head, he could die.
Do Kailum and Kieran know about Bocky in his head?
I don't know what. Well, they did. What? Because we were shouting it before they even.
Right. Okay. What about previously?
I don't know their relationship. I don't know.
Okay. So you're always at Bocky's.
Yeah. They've never been there. Well,
right.
Never.
Okay. So
do they know that where you go, or?
No, they're not worried about me.
So what made them go there that night then?
Looking for someone. They had mad. Who sells?
Witness 2 has received this intel from an associate who is linked to Kailum.
Right, but they've never, as far as you're aware,
As far as I'm aware,
they've never been to Bocky's before.
But how Bocky was with them, it does sound like Bocky has served them.
Right.
Before.
We're trying to ascertain why they've gone there that morning, and you're saying that Bocky doesn't know them, or you're not aware
No, I
of
didn't
them.
say that. I didn't. You're just switching my head now.
So you said that you don't know of a relationship between them. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that relationship.
Yeah, but how can you get to the bottom of that relationship with me when I don't know it?
Well, you lied to police, didn't you, initially, saying that you had no idea who them two were when you was asked?
By the officers.
I get that, but until we spoke to you, we don't know that, do we?
That's why we need to. Yeah, fucking hell, they was in prison and they were still ringing up, threatening me.
Right. Who's rang you and who said what then?
Well, Kailum's been ringing my saying tell to keep her fucking mouth shut. But this is why I don't want members to know what Kieran and Kailum are.
What are they?
Curry twins, that's what they're known as.
The Cray twins?
Yes, that's what they're known as.
So from what you've told us, this wasn't two people going to rob Bocky.
No.
This was people going to get drugs from him.
No, this is where I got confused.
Right.
Because why would they go get drugs from Bocky?
Yeah.
But then my sat there telling me they was going there for someone called.
Right.
That's what I don't understand, unless they just wanted to come in thinking that was there and then to get. I don't know. That's what made me confused.
Okay, but what you've physically seen and heard is them getting a drugs deal off him, buying drugs, and then him short Bocky
shorting it. What pissed him off the most was Bocky off.
Right.
But that's just Bocky.
She confirmed in this interview she did know the suspects and that they'd attended at the address to buy some drugs. It's very useful for the case and it corroborates what our significant witness said. We now need to interview witness 3. to establish whether these suspects were involved in setting up this crime or not.
Will witness 3 corroborate her account?
So you've been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit robbery against Shane Boxall. Tell me as much detail as possible about your involvement in this.
I was at Shane's having a drink and that. I can't remember what time I got there roughly. It was about 1:30 or something, but I thought it was a bit later. But it wasn't, because get there till about 3, 4 o'clock. And next minute there's bang at the door. I didn't know what it was. I didn't get. I just said, "Don't even answer the door." I stayed in the living room. Did come for drugs, to buy drugs, £40 worth, but they'd only got £30 worth for something through the letterbox, so just kicking and shouting outside. But someone let me, I don't know who it was, I was still in the living room at this point, and I didn't move it until obviously. And then I've heard a lot of commotion. They've gone, obviously, they must have just run in every bedroom, and then obviously I was in the living room, they've come running into the living room, screaming, "Why is there drugs in that?" I'm saying, "I ain't got none, this, that, and the rest." But Shane had barricaded himself in his bedroom, so they was trying to get into the bedroom. They ended up getting into Lockie's bedroom, flipping up the mattress and that, searching all the room and that. And then one of them's at him, but I don't know which one's which. The twins, but I don't know them, we just know them. Ask Kieran and Kailum.
A man has died. People have gone to his address asking for things, drugs, money, and then he's been assaulted and died. We just want to know what you know and what you've seen, and obviously you're here to answer any involvement you've got in that.
I didn't want to put the statement in the first place. I told you this, yeah, because it just brings shit on me, doesn't it?
But you're present
But you still come bang at my fucking door, mate.
Yeah, because you're present at a murder.
Present at a murder, you said I can rather come in or I don't have to do a statement. All of a sudden, mate, you're banging at my door. What's all that about? Do you know what I mean?
Well, why didn't you...
You clearly know, mate, I ain't murdered the guy. I don't have the police at my door, why? If I ain't murdered the guy, mate.
So if you are...
You made it, no comment anyhow. I don't have to... Yes, it won't. Carry on.
Do you understand that we have to speak to you?
I understand that you have to speak to me, I understand that.
And you haven't come into the police to tell us what you know. We've done some more inquiries, which proves that you're there and that you might have something to tell us about why these people have gone there and the conspiracy to rob, as I say. So that's why you're here now.
Sick of getting dragged into shit.
So was you just in the wrong place at the wrong time?
No comment.
So we've now come to the conclusion that the suspects arrested for conspiracy to rob were not in any way involved in setting that up. The important thing is they put the Nightingale brothers inside the address.
So we've got a strong evidential base in this case now. We've got our significant witnesses from the scene. That's helped us understand what's gone on, the mechanics of going into the address, attacking Shane, the fact that the 999 call captures all of that, where the brothers are both told he's got a head injury and he'll die. We know they're making threats to him to kill him, and that's gone on and they have attacked him and he's died. We know from the Home Office PM that the provisional cause of death is that head injury. We've got the forensic stuff ongoing from the door, the footwear.
I think we're now happy with the motive for the incident was drugs-based.
I think the fact that our significant witnesses were there and actually know them personally, it kind of just adds weight to we know who they are.
And then from a bad character point of view, we know they've got a propensity for attacking people in public, surrounding drugs again. We've got the CCTV from outside the club, the footage shows Kailum in that scuffle outside. So for me, given that we believe he's landed the punch on Shane, I think what we've got at the minute is enough to approach CPS for a murder charge.
The CPS agree, and both of the Nightingale brothers are now charged with a joint enterprise murder and attempted robbery. 1 month on from the murder of Shane Boxall, DI Lauren Clough and PC Eleanor Henriksen head to court to hear the Nightingale brothers' plea.
The brothers were initially remanded in relation to Section 18 on our victim. However, those charges have now changed, so they are now charged with murder and attempt robbery. They are two really dangerous people. The streets, the public will be a much safer place without them. Both suspects were charged with the offence of attempted robbery and murder, and both have pled not guilty to both counts. The demeanour was quite relaxed. They didn't seem overly concerned when the charges were read out. They would rather take the chance that there's like a small percentage that they will get off with the charges in the end rather than admit it now. Based on the evidence that we've got, I would like to think that they will be convicted of the murder. The witness account, they've gone on to tell him he has a head injury and they've basically said, we don't care, I'm going to kill him. I can't see how they would get away with the charges. Our victim he's got multiple children, he's got family, he's got a partner, lots of friends in the community. So he's not only lost his life, they've also lost a father, a partner, a friend. And it's an absolute tragedy all round.